Da, 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 da. Okay.
Main screen on, we get signal.
Yeah.
I did that in reverse order.
I guess that was just an internet hiccup. That means I'm gonna have 3 separate parts to upload to YouTube later. Sorry about that, guys. All you missed was those guys in that last fight going boom because beta.
Never mind. You're back.
Hey, I appreciate the whole, you know, technical difficulties alert being sent. This area, right, there was junctions here. I legitimately don't remember exactly which way I need to go, but that's okay.
Let's go down, just because down happens to be a path.
Yeah.
I meant
think...
down that crater right there. You can see that back there?
No, that wasn't an actual path. I only had the options of... Down would have taken me backwards.
Oh, I meant like down into that little issue with a crack in.
Oh, yeah, that's not a route. I think all routes would have dropped me up here now that I think about it. So, a false choice, as it were.
Oh. Thanks, game.
Now that, on the other hand, is straight up dead end.
By the way, I just realized that Cloud kind of had a... I'm not sure if it's the trope, but it's definitely close to it. When he handed the Sephiroth, the black materia to Sephiroth, good job fixing it, hero.
Nice job. Nice job breaking it, hero, is what you're thinking of.
That's what it was. Nice job breaking it, hero.
The inverse of it is nice job fixing it, villain.
Basically, it's like you think that you're doing good for us, and it's like, no, you helped us.
Right. So this second interior area kind of has a gimmick.
As you can see, there are giant holes in the floor. There are reasons for this.
There are reasons for this, yes. But first things first, after I deal with this fight...
Of course. And by deal with this fight, we mean we're just going to drop a bomb on it.
Because that's how every fight gets solved in this game.
It's called dominant strategy. If you're giving an ultimate method of disposing of enemies, you're going to use it. And, ladies and gentlemen, we kind of were given... Well, I mean, we worked our asses off for it, but we were given an ultimate method of disposing of pretty much everything in this game that doesn't eat fire.
Nukage.
Funny thing, when the character that I was kind of quoting there was quoting it, the picture he actually used was basically chucking a nuke at a Goomba. This cave is intense. Yes, I know I keep using the thing, but every time you pull up the tent...
You did see why I sighed, right?
Yes. Admit it, you saw it coming, though.
You are abusing that joke, okay?
I know. It's going to be a redundant... Have you noticed I've actually managed to make it in every episode?
Anyway.
Ah, this is your second chance to get a Marlboro. I actually recognize this area. You don't get the Marlboro, but you get...
That's what I'm doing.
At the very least, I mean, Toxic Bark doesn't actually cause any damage, so...
Yeah, it just poisons. Which is slightly troublesome on Parrot and Sid, but kind of just a nuisance on Cloud.
It's one of those, will you stop doing it? It didn't work the first 5,000 times.
Hey, that's like telling a Malboro to stop frozen beaming Barrett, the guy who's wearing my Aurora armlet.
And Barrett's just like, feels good to me. It's actually a nice gentle breeze. It's a minty fresh breath. And then, of course, the Marvel.
Well, you did call us, so we'll give this another shot.
And, of course, I swear, though, I swear, this thing loves spamming on me the last time I came through here. Nah, you?
I just get frozen to death. Oh my god, the death touch kicked in!
Whoops.
That's funny. That is really freaking funny.
It's just like, no, fuck you. Oh. And Cloud's just like,
Right, so something else worth talking about here.
the fire armlet.
The fire
Combine it with the
armlet.
fire ring, and basically, not only can fire not hurt you, it heals you.
No, fire armlet is the counterpart to the aurora and the bolt armlets.
Like I said, basically, if you combine it with the fire ring, fire will never ever hurt you.
There's no need to put the fire ring on it. There. I mean, it's a straight upgrade to the
Actually,
dragon
if you think about
armlet,
it, combine
but
the aurora armlet with the fire ring, and you're immune to two things. One won't hurt you, the other actually heals you.
actually, I'm gonna need to mess with my accessories before too long. But this room is a gimmick. You remember how we saw all those holes in the ground previously? The icicles are trying to kill us!
We don't know.
Literally,
how
they're
are
trying to kill
sentient.
us.
We don't know why or how they're sentient, but I think it's mostly just the bats.
Well, they can drop ice too. Sid, are you silenced? Yes, you're silenced. Okay. Or whatever.
Parrot is just truthful if I don't even care.
Death Touch can be fun, as you can tell. Let us commence with the nukage.
Icicle is the best enemy.
Yeah, it really kind of is. Too bad there's only 4 of them ever, and we just killed one. Yes, yes. Hurry up and break, you silly sentient icicle. Victory is ours. Dynamite!
You beat an icicle. And speaking of dynamite,
So the next time Sid gets a limit break, whatever we're fighting, we're going to get some space eggs, some space milk. Go ahead, Alec.
it's like, oh good, I'll be sure to stop by there on the way home. Pick up some space eggs and space milk and blow it the fuck up. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm usually fond of those. I'm just a little bit absolutely livid.
Basically.
But let's face it, Sid's initial limit breaks, he literally kills you with the power of how many points he does kill.
Said like 5 times now, but yes. Oh, son of a bitch. Barrett got silenced literally right before he commenced the nukage, which means Cloud needs to commence the nukage, and then I need to heal Sid. Nukage. You're quiet.
To be fair, I think we need to unsilence both of them anyway.
Well, silence ends after battle. I'm talking about Sid's life.
Well, there's also that. To be fair, bats are assholes.
Bats are assholes. Goddamn bats.
Why do so many games have to have so many fucking bats? AVGN reference number, what are we on now? Like 3, 4?
Sometimes it feels like more than the amount of mindfucks Cloud has had.
It just so happens that he has so many references that are applicable to exactly what we're doing right now.
Oh, by the way, every time I keep saying no to the jump down prompt, that's because the game is giving me the option of, well, jumping down and checking out where the icicle landed. But it's more efficient to just shatter all of them first.
Because let's face it.
Plus, there is a treasure after shattering them all.
Besides, we want to take the long way back home because that gives us another chance at a Marlboro.
I'll probably just jump. Besides, I'm pretty sure there's one more outside segment before.
Yeah, there is, because the dual path. And then the icicle shatters. How it became sentient, we will never know.
Because, yeah, if I wasn't nuking these guys, the icicles would be raining ice on my head. Suffice to say, Barrett doesn't care at all about that, but it's a thing.
The rest of them... Yeah, hold on, hang on, pause. Just pull up the menu real quick when it gives you a chance. I want to look at something.
Yeah.
Cloud's current health is the day we got independence.
How do you notice these sort of things?
I don't know. Also, I just have to comment on the fact that These things are falling down into the empty space, but you're still running into battle with them.
Final Fantasy logic. Why are we questioning it?
I wasn't. I was just pointing it out. And drop the bomb. Someone set us up the bomb.
We get signal.
Main screen on.
It's you.
How are you? You are on your way to destruction. You have no chance. Make your time.
You have totally butchered that, just so you know.
I know. To be fair, the only quote I've been using this whole time is
the main screen turn on.
Yeah, mostly because that's
actually relevant. Yeah.
Yeah, relevant to what we're doing because we're making sure that the screen actually works.
Anyway, so this mistranslation. It's a mega elixir.
Received last elixir.
Like I said, mistranslation. It's a mega elixir.
Which, to be fair, is the last version of the elixir class. But hey, we're not going to be picky here.
Mm-hmm. And right here, it'll give us the chance to drop. Whee! And as you can see, there are now icicles. One crashed right here, which allows me to come up and grab a speed source. Others crashed right here and allow me to continue forward.
Now, is this the thing you need? Probably not.
Of course not. Why would it be the thing I need?
Its penalty is to be bombed. Oh yes, I was about to say, someone actually just slap him so that way we can see what happens when you use that. But you've already dropped off beta, so.
Well, think of it this way: at the rate this is going, it'll be the boss that gets blown up. And considering that boss is multi-targets,
and considering how close you are to limit breaks for everyone else,
which will be handy.
Pretty sure that we're going to end up tossing a freaking mind blow at the boss too.
No, we're not. I got grenade bomb, remember?
Oh yeah, that's right. And if we swap back now,
then the limit mirror will go away. Now this is why I wasn't too worried about missing that upgraded icicle in for Cloud.
Sword. Time to get rid of the katana.
And now, granted, it is weaker, but them materia slots, yo.
Them materia, and all link, too.
Them materia slots, yo.
Them materia slots.
I'll stick with the higher attack for now, but...
Like I said, if we need... Once we start getting, more stuff that we need to get on there. And Marlboro.
Well, you did say something right as I got into a fight, so let's see. Oh my god! Oh my god.
Oh crap.
You actually called that one. Holy shit.
Weak against water. So yeah, Aqua Lung for emergencies, but...
Here we go again.
Will you please stop that?
Ah, you know what? Why not?
Just that way we can see what it looks like.
Basically. I'm not going to use clouds, though.
Basically, I got dynamite. And fuck you. You know, it didn't work the last 50 times you guys used it, so I don't know what you're expecting it to do now.
Up!
Thing is,
up, 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 up!
And this one hits everyone, so anyone who has it, gets it.
Suffice to say, considering what just happened to Barrett and Sid, I have no qualms with doing this now.
Swing!
We have Bad Breath.
Which is easily one of the most just Q skills in this entire game.
Oh hey, Barrett's got death, by the way.
Oh yeah, he totally needed that on his basic attack.
Hey, he already...
You might want to heal. You might want to heal. I don't know.
No, I'm doing okay life-wise.
Alright. Famous last words, everyone.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, so... Next outside area.
And we're back up to 38, so up we go. I don't know why they picked an arbitrary number like 38, but whatever.
Basically.
Yeah, not really too much to say for this little area. It's more of the same stuff we've already done.
Aside from the fact that, you know, combat.
Yeah, and not really too much to say on combat because, you know...
It's combat! You know,
yeah,
combat!
We're just gonna set them up to bomb, that's all.
You just totally missed the AVGN and Pat the NES Plug reference. Go watch the AVGN NWC episode. Not right this second, though.
Oh, yeah. I was never really a big fan of that particular episode, but...
I enjoyed it.
I mean, it's good for the first time you see it, but... I don't know. If I have to watch an AVGN episode, I have others I'd rather watch. You're just trying to figure out how the heck to get on the next platform, ain't you?
That's down.
There you go.
But that's down, though. I'm pretty sure that just leads to a dead end. Maybe I just need to keep going up on this one.
I think so, too. Watch
Yeah,
this be the dead end and you actually had to go that way. That would have pissed you off so bad.
Don't jinx it.
Nah, I'm pretty sure that you're safe here, because this is just run to the back. Oh, there we go. There's the cave. And hello, next boss.
I don't want to fight the next boss yet. I never found that thing that has Trine and Magic Breath.
And I get the feeling you're not going to, because this game does not want to give it to you.
Admittedly, I could live if I don't, because it just means I'll have to give Yuffie 2 of the Emmy skills when I go after the pagoda, and I can get Magic Breath way later.
Right now, though, data bitches!
You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna go ahead and just do that.
And watch it, like, the next thing you find happens to be it, and you're just like, well, son of a fuck. Save.
Yeah, I know. I was using the healing pool first. Because this boss is kind of an asshole.
Yeah, basically, when they give you both a save point and a free heal, they know that they're going to fuck you up.
Yeah, this next boss is kind of an asshole, but I kind of have a bit of a plan for it. This is why I wanted that fire ring. So you can just have the peace ring. You want fire and ice immunity.
Spam bot.
And I have click on its name and click ban. Anyway. So, Sid has elemental ice. Out is kind of just gonna have to deal. So...
Now I know how to do that.
Yeah, I have steel set. Yeah, Sid's got it. Alright.
And now, onto arbitrarily random bullshit boss fight.
Pretty much.
Let's face it, this boss literally has no rhyme or reason to it.
I hate this guy.
At least Barrett's just gonna laugh it off.
That is what the plan for that was, yeah. And let's go ahead and open with a new limit break.
We're just gonna straight up blow you up. Too bad it's
one
fire and
side's...
ice, so beta's useless here.
Yeah, that is the big problem, really. Is the fact that beta is useless. Trine is okay, though. I don't really want to kill them both at the same time.
Yeah, because if you kill only one of the heads...
They both have lightning final attacks just to mess with me. And how many fucks does Sig give?
Not a damn one. And he's going to kill you with each and every one of them. So each and every one of the fucks he doesn't give? Exactly. This is how he rolls.
Oh, this jerk's using his earth attack for once. Ouch.
And by ouch, we mean... Eh.
Cloud's actually basically the white mage right now, believe it or not.
This boss's name is Schizo, by the way.
Yep. Notice that Barrett just gave absolutely no shits about the fact that he just got set on fire.
I think right now this is party...
Hey,
no
I got the
fucks.
protector ring.
Basically, this is party no fucks given.
Which one did I just raid? The right or the left? Okay, I raided the right, so the right can die now. Twin Breath. Note that Barrett still doesn't care.
And Earth Attack.
I actually do kind of care on that one.
Because no one has any particular, you know...
That's
things
okay,
that-
because I have White Wind. And White Wind
And you
is...
also might want to toss up Big Guard after it.
Oh, good call.
I mean, not that anyone's in any immediate danger of being raped
Cla-
right now, but...
Yeah, because Cloud just got patched up. And he's actually going to fire off... I think I'm going to go with the Clem Hazard. I'm aware
That way make sure one head dies.
That's kind of what I'm going for with that, yeah.
That was just like piss off.
Wake again. Ouch.
White Wind again.
How much more do you have in you, right head?
Pretty sure a nice stick of dynamite would figure that one out.
Well, I'm doing sense, and you know what Cloud Sense does. Not much.
I forgot how much freaking HP this boss friggin' had. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. The 9-year-old me got stuck here for a little while, too. It wasn't as bad as Geen Attack, though.
Yeah, as long as you keep track of your MP levels, you'll be fine.
I'm pretty sure this is going to give me Grenade Bomb.
Yeah, it is. Speaking of... Team No Fucks Left. It really is.
Basically.
And team needs to freaking heal.
You do realize I have White Wind on everybody.
I know.
But it's true that I probably should heal and reset my guard because right head's about to die. And the thing about this boss, just to screw with you, they have fire, earth, and ice. So you think you're safe from lightning, right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Once you kill, both of them get this. As a final attack, they blow you the fuck up. And naturally, it's lightning. Because...
Did you manage to do the steal from the other head?
Yeah. At this point, I'm kind of just murdering it.
And Sid's finally just sitting here thinking, all of the fucks I cannot give. And Bear's just like, shut up, fool.
Basically. You know what? Let's drop a dragon on it.
Actually, this is a good chance to actually test out Alexander. We haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, well, Cloud's next turn, provided he doesn't need to do anything else critically important. Sure.
Well, considering everyone else can cast White Wind, I think you're pretty good.
But first, let's drop a dragon.
A dragon on a dragon. It's Dungeons and Dragons, baby!
Dragonception.
Or it's like the end of the Futurama movie where it's like, just dungeon, is it just a dungeon and dragons?
Kaboom.
In a battle between dragons, the dragon wins.
Anyway. Yes, Alexander.
Does that basically make this dragon Sephiroth's lieutenant?
I think this is just random dragon.
I was going.
But here's Alexander, by the way.
I was going for the TV trope, actually.
Oh.
Pun, 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 pun.
I hate you sometimes.
Now, actually, I do wonder though, who would be Sephiroth's dragon?
Genova.
What does that make Hojo? Oh, the.
Hojo's the whatever they call the mad one for Shinra. And by the way, we killed it.
Actually, you know,
we just have to tank
for the thing to die. I actually have TV tropes up for me.
All we had to do was tank the final attack, and victory is ours.
Like I said, I'm gonna go find those tropes real quick, since, like I said, I already had TV tropes up.
Alright. Let's go ahead and go back and heal and save, because Shizu's kind of a jerk. And I may have made him look easy, but trust me, if you're not prepared for it, he kind of rips you a new asshole.
The Dragon in Chief. Huh. Basically, it's, for all intents and purposes, he is the big bad, but technically he's a guy above him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Darth Vader's technically a dragon, because...
Emperor Palpatine, duh.
Hang on, the five bad band. Okay, let me pull it up. Okay, so, for those not familiar with TV tropes and this particular trope in general, the five bad band is the evil counterpart to the five-man band, and as everyone knows, in a five-man band, you've got the leader, the lieutenants, usually the woman, and, you know, all that. The big bad is the leader, which...
By the way, the thing I'm fighting right now is not what I was looking for, sadly.
So, that seems to be a running thing. So, yeah.
At least it was a different enemy, so I felt compelled to at least bring attention to that. I guess I'll give the Gaia Cliff one more shot to give me what I'm looking for, because next screen's actually it for the Gaia Cliff. So I'll give it one more shot.
Big Bad, of course, is the counterpart to the leader or the hero.
Game, you have failed me. Gaia Cliffs, you have failed me for the last time.
And, you know, is basically the evil leader. The dragon is his second in command, and basically if the Big Bad's not there, he is, and is in charge. I'm not really sure who the, didn't that make, Reno the, Lancer of the Turks?
I think so, actually. Because Sun would be the leader there.
And this is, of course, leaving Rufus out of the equation.
Right.
Now, if Rufus was part of the equation, then
If
Sang
Rufus
would
is
be a
it,
stretch.
then he's the big bad Sings the Dragon, and yeah, they actually list those 5 somewhere. Anyway, so, we're done with the Gaia Cliffs. As you notice, we're outside, but we don't have our temperature meter anymore. This is because...
And it's called Evil Genius, by the way.
This is because as soon as we get all the way up, we discover the Promised Land, aka Northern Crater.
Which, honestly, I wouldn't want to live here. Not very much promising land here. It's just a lot of death, chaos, and destruction, and the Earth trying to, well, not really Earth, but planet trying to heal itself. So yeah, basically the Gaia Cliffs is you trying to climb up the rim of a crater impact, of a meteor impact. So yay!
Indeed. Hey, get ready for a party select, by the way.
Tifa's going to force herself in because...
Tifa is forcing herself, yeah.
Oh,
I am
by
okay
the
with
way,
this, but I needed 3.
Now, warning everyone who's actually in the audience right now, this upcoming area is one long, giant-ass mindfuck.
Quick, pick my 3.
So we got Cloud,
Okay, 'cause
Tifa, and... Reeve, for the hell of it.
Okay, I need to know because if he wasn't coming, I need to take this fire ring away from Barrett. I'll be able to talk about the guys in black pretty soon, thankfully.
And coming up...
And here she
shortly,
comes.
Another summon.
Yeah.
Yep.
You are thinking correctly here.
And we're about to get a new, even stronger than Bahamut summon. Yes, you heard that correctly.
Well, Bahamut has this habit of being amazing, but usually not the best. Case in point, Anima exists. Eden exists. You said Reeve, right?
Fair, yeah, Kate Sith, yeah. To be fair, Anima in general, especially in Final Fantasy X, is kind of a bitch to actually get. Agreed?
It's only horrible if you're trying to... It's only horrible if you forget it about B-Sade or Macalania and you're on International or HD. Then you're screwed.
Actually, I would have put Barrett's stuff on Tifa because his...
Barrett had a lot more magic. Tifa really doesn't care all that much about magic.
To be fair...
Although, there is one thing that I will swap over to Tifa from Reeve. The Death Touch.
and we have equipped her, right?
Yeah, actually I should probably get counter off of Reeve. He doesn't... Or cover off of Reeve. He doesn't really want it.
So how about, what? Counter heal? Does that work?
I'll give it a shot. I don't think it does, but I'll give it a shot. And, yeah, these two have stuff to say, since I kicked them.
So, Sid's gonna nap and Barrett's just like, all up to you from here.
Pretty much.
The reason I bring Kate Sith is obvious reasons are obvious.
And this was what you were talking about, yes?
Yes. Really easy to miss if you're not paying attention and just rushing this area, but basically makes getting the second best summon in this entire game really easy to do. Not saying, according to Wade, not necessarily essential or anything, but definitely makes the process a lot easier. I just realized we never seen Titan either.
Shit, we haven't. Oh well.
I don't think you're gonna get too many battles in this area anyway.
Depends on how horrible I am at the whirlwinds.
Yeah, if you suck at that, and let's face it, it's really easy to fuck up on those.
Well, the first one, it's kind of hard to fuck up, but the later two...
true. Yeah, the reasons for me bringing Kate Sith into the party is we're about to have a Shinra moment.
Yeah, give me a second. Just checking something. Yeah, because there's one other thing that I have to get while I'm here. But yeah, speak of Shinra.
But yeah, Dragon, counterpart to the Lancer, or on occasion the hero, if the big bad versus big good thing is going on. Usually more physical than their boss, and commonly the most personal of the bunch. Hate you. You kind of have a minor heel face turn moment coming, so.
In order, I'm pretty sure he was talking about Gahaha, and Rufus.
So yeah, the pilot's there. Well, you straight up heel face turn later in the game.
And we don't even speak of how evil this guy is.
You may be the evil genius, but we're just going to focus on the evil part, okay?
Pretty much.
Because let's face it, well, just because you're a genius doesn't mean you're a smart guy, right?
Something like that. Anyway, so yeah, they're here, they're above us, and we have to cross a wind barrier.
But yeah, evil genius counterpart to the smart guy operates the weapons or acts as mission control for the others, often essential to the evil scheme. Their screwing up could mean the entire thing falls apart. Most likely of the group to be bad boss for this very reason. Ironically, being less maniacally evil doesn't make them a better candidate for a heel face turn, as they're often completely amoral, more prone to insanity or other quirks than others, very likely to be a mad scientist or an evil sorcerer in fantasy-oriented works. Yeah, that pretty much sums up Hojo, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The thing is, we really don't have a brute or dark chick for Sephiroth, unless of course Genova is the dark chick, in which case... Because we also have to keep in mind Kadaj, Laz, and Yazoo.
Okay,
so let's face it. Yeah, I'm talking about the admin children. So sorry for randomly bringing Final Fantasy VII characters out that you have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about. Well, according to the name of that creature, you just killed, what's his name? Crap, what is...
Also, you might notice that all the guys in black that we've been chasing around,
are here and killing themselves.
Pretty much. Pretty soon I'll actually be able to talk about the morbid part of all of them. I love that death touch kicking in. Alright, do you have anything worth talking about? You don't. Kill your friend! Well, you tried. So, I'm just gonna blow you both up. Because beta almost always works. Okay, so... back. Go ahead and give that to Tifa. She'll need that. And actually, another thing I can go ahead and use. Grave, have a fire armlet.
Hang on. You know what? Since, like I said, I'm already looking at 5-man, I'm pulling up the video game examples of this particular trope. We want A to F because Final Fantasy.
The Kaiser Knuckle.
One of her better at this point. Oh,
It's actually worse than the Dragon Claw attack-wise, but them slots, yo.
Final Fantasy 13, 12, 11, more 11, 9. Oh, that's right, because Final Fantasy 10 doesn't actually have a 5 bad band, do they?
Not really. It's all Seymour in a space whale controlled by a ghost.
Okay. Dirge of Cerberus has Weiss, Nero, Shulk, Azul, Grosso, and the man behind. They also have the man behind the man, which is of course Hojo for obvious reasons.
Nuke Edge.
I'm going to have to link this, but
Actually, I think I want to go ahead and hype up Teeth.
okay. For the basic group that is the Advent Children group, that would be Rufus as the big bad, Sang as the dragon, Reno as the evil genius, Brood as the brute, and of course Elena as the dark chick. For the main game itself, aka the actual Final Fantasy VII group.
Anyway, so second wind barrier. I have to go without getting hit by those green waves. And this is what happens if you do get hit.
The only time you'll face a battle in this entire area.
What are you talking about? I've gotten into random battles here.
Okay, good. But let's face it, those are kind of few and far between, unless you're just unlucky as all hell. I love when he uses manipulate because he does that little dance. He looks so happy trying to mind control this pitch.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying he does. Isn't that like a mini version of Raps?
Yeah, and he's also very dead.
I believe the term that we're looking for is overkill.
Yeah.
To be fair, there's no kill quite like it.
Pretty much.
Oh.
And then, yeah, it kicks you out of that and basically makes you do this again. But the timing on the barriers is so hard because this is one of those games where perspective is kind of an asshole.
Okay. So, Big Bad would be, Rufus Shinra, the magnificent bastard president. Almost as much a Draco in leather pants as Sephiroth, and he does a hill-face turn in one of the sequels. Dragon would be the Turks, particularly Sang. The evil genius, Hojo. Every mad scientist trope in the book applies to this guy, and then some. We have the Brute and the Heidegger. Doesn't do much fighting himself, but he's head of the military. The Dark Chick, Scarlet, aka the Vamp. Oh, so very much. And then, of course, we have the 6th Ranger Trader in Reeve, though his heel-face turn isn't until near the end of the game. Since he controls the body of Kate Sith, the mole who joins the party, he's also a 6th Ranger Trader for the good guys as well. Though one could make the argument that Reeve was already a face at the beginning of the game, and anti-villain, if you will. And then, of course, we have Palmer.
Carson Palmer. Enough said.
Literally, the trope applied to and Palmer are
my friends in Zoidberg.
Basically, he's the guy who's definitely on the evil team, but it's like the evil team just kind of stares at him. It's kind of like, if you think about it, in Naruto, when Toby first kind of joins the group, it's like everyone's just kind of like, why is he even here? And then, of course, he reveals that he's actually kind of badass, and yeah.
Anyway, we're coming up on Genova, by the way. And Sephiroth butchers the last couple of the clones.
You're right. This is the end of this body's usefulness.
here's one of the bigger plot twists of the game.
Mindfuck no jutsu is go.
Well, we're not quite there yet.
Though, let's face it, this may not be a mindfuck, but he's definitely screwing with you.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like the closest you get to mindfuck without it being a mindfuck.
I'll just give it a couple more screens.
Now, fun fact, for anyone who's ever played the Warcraft 3, I don't mean World of Warcraft, I mean the actual like Warcraft game, Warcraft 3, and the online edition, someone actually made a thing where it's called Video Game RPG, and one of the stages is actually North Crater, and the final boss is, of course, Sephiroth. One of the characters you can actually play as a hero is Cloud. Pre that particular fight, one of Cloud's passives is just called Genova Cells, which basically, as his health falls...
Hey, I actually got a match on the slots for once.
Indeed. But basically, as his health falls, he gets stronger, but gets confused. And so, of course, he spins around and attacks some party and hurts himself. Not really useful early game, so being Cloud is a very dangerous proposition early game. However, once Sephiroth falls, that's replaced by Cloud's determination, which actually turns him into one of the more badass characters in the game. The thing is, actually surviving North Craters comes with a lot of bullshit.
Anyway, Genova Death. If Genova Life was water, this one's fire. The thing is, you know, Kay eats it and Tifa just doesn't care.
And Cloud will just tank the ever-loving shit out of it. Pretty sure Aqua One's gonna hurt it, though. Considering we can no longer use Beta, but Aqua One's the water version of it, so... Eat it, bitch!
Except it missed. Good freaking job, Cloud. Actually, I think if I want to basically just cheese the shit out of Genova.
Magic hammer. No more magic for you.
Tifa's doesn't have it, though.
Unfortunately. His does.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is, Genova Death has a lot more life MP than Genova Life did, because Genova Life was meant to be a boss that you could just basically rip apart without trying. Not so much the case for Death, though.
One thing about using this particular E-skill is you can basically use it endlessly because just using it restores your MP, meaning that the cost paid to actually use it is restored.
Well, right up until they get silenced, of course.
Which, I mean, you get silenced, you're not going to have much to do anyway, so...
I think I either did not set Neo Bahamut or set it on Kate. Okay, it's on Kate. Meaning, new summon inbound. As soon as she stops spamming.
The only person she can hurt with that is Cloud.
The only person she can hurt at all is Cloud. But here's Neo Bahamut.
We part the heavens. So, well, the view up here is nice. And suddenly, no, it isn't. Yes, that's right. In Final Fantasy VII, you get more than one Bahamut. And this one is even more deadly than its cousin. Basically, in Final Fantasy VII, Bahamut has a bunch of brothers. Bahamut is actually the weakest of them, which considering how strong Bahamut is in general, isn't saying too much calling him the weak. And just because we're using Bahamut, let's shut more in check.
Pretty much.
It would be nice if you could continue to use the hammer just to basically say, okay, stop attacking Cloud, please.
Well, I had to drop White Wind on him, because look at his health. Tifa and Reeve aren't in any danger of dying, but Cloud can actually die here if I'm not careful.
Fortunately, Phoenix down is one thing.
Yeah. Now, to compensate for the fact that she can hurt Cloud, she can't silence him.
Why? Because fuck you, that's why.
Okay.
The only problem, of course, with the fact that basically Tifa's immune to fire and Reeve eats it is the fact that neither one of them can actually.
I was getting ready to say, limits? What are those?
Yeah, no kidding. Basically, because of the fact that she can't actually cause them any damage, and his limits are currently set to go up via damage, which I don't think you can actually change.
You can't change that, no. Stop comparing this to FF10, please. I mean, it's okay, though, because Cloud still can use his limits.
I guess it takes forever to do that, because it does such little damage.
You do, as you were saying, that he got his limit, right?
I know. Just like
and her MP is finally gone. Just like with Genova Life, as soon as her MP runs out, she's not worth talking about.
Limit breaks? What are those?
Yeah, at this point, it's just beating up on a giant wall of HP, and I think I'm going to give Tifa this kill.
Speaking of...
If you didn't see that last peek at her HP, she was at 20. Anything I did was going to finish her. Hey, I've got Cure 3 and Fire 3.
Yoink. I wonder how many people are actually in the audience. I know Strife is there, but he's the only one who's actually been saying anything.
Looks like tonight might just be us and Strife, but, so, yeah, I guess it's worth just saying now that all of the instances we've seen of Sephiroth so far, that they kind of came up in the chat last night, but it's worth talking about now. They were all Genova. We haven't seen Sephiroth himself yet.
And there's been a reason for that.
Pretty good reason.
I mean, it's a mindfuck reason, but it's still a good reason.
But first, we have gotten the Black Materia back.
For now.
So nothing could go wrong now. We've got the Black Materia back, right?
Yeah, we've set out... we've accomplished what we set out to do. I mean, obviously.
And Tifa even comes up with the brilliant idea of giving it to someone who's not in the active party. So, Alec, our options are Red and Barrett for this.
Because no one else will take it, because no one else wants that responsibility.
So our options are Red or Barrett.
It's actually a good question. I normally give it to Red 13 because he's just kind of sitting right there.
I usually give it to Barrett.
We'll settle this the old-fashioned way.
He's flipping a coin.
Heads Nanaki, tails Barrett. Nanaki it is. Don't give it to anyone. And of
Indeed.
course, later in the game, it's one of those, "What did I tell you?"
Pretty
moments.
much.
It's like, what part of "give to no one" did you not understand?
And right up here, yeah,
Anti-turbo.
we have another unique materia. This, if I set it to a spell materia, it will cause that spell to take X% more MP, where X is 10 times the materia's level. But it'll also make the spell do that same percentage more damage.
So in short, if you want something to die, equip it to enemy skill, and watch as beta blows up half the planet.
It doesn't work with enemy skill.
Damn it!
Nothing works with enemy skill.
Unfortunately.
It makes me very sad, and I should probably go ahead and tend.
I've already made the joke, so you're free of it this time. I only make it once per episode. At least I'm not using it. Right?
I guess.
I only make it once per episode.
Uh-huh. Anyway.
What else do I do once per episode? I make one reference once per episode. I can't remember.
You make some random quote at the end of every episode. Anyway, the third wind barrier.
This one's bullshit because sometimes you'll get, like, lightning bolts as well.
You know what the hilarity is?
You dodge both.
I just kind of laughed at the third wind barrier.
You know,
Mindfuck time!
You know what's funny about the third wind barrier? Just because of the lightning bolt makes me think of the Thunder Plains of Final Fantasy X. And that was...
Dun 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 dun. Okay, enough of that, because mindfuck time!
Sephiroth is near. Anything could happen. Like us walking back into Nibelheim? The fuck? How did we get here? This is an illusion. He's trying to confuse us. It'll be alright as long as we know it's an illusion. There's nothing to be afraid of. Yeah, nothing at all.
By the way, we're totally in shit hits the fan mode right now, just so you guys know.
Prepare for a possible large amount of possible sarcasm. Like, there's no way that this is going to be bad, right?
Right?
There's no way that we're going to break Cloud's mind any hard. Tifa, seriously, you could have saved a lot of this by telling Cloud, yeah, Cloud, that entire story you told us, full of shit. This is the person who actually showed up. You're one of the two dudes in the helmet. This is so stupid. And Sephiroth just starts laughing because...
Well, that's what he did in the actual scene, to be fair.
The problem is, it may be in a... Tifa! Stop it! Seriously! You could have saved so much headache and frustration if you just told him. Why? Why couldn't you have just told? What did we need him to believe that he was this epic badass of godliness?
Apparently, yes.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, well, basically all of his skills, he basically yoinks from Zack, and we learn about this later on, ladies and gentlemen. But, basically, the guy you're seeing here actually was here.
He was also a total badass.
As we learn later in the game, most people who have actually played this game will know what it is, but we'll save the thing. Plus, if you go back to our older episodes, I'm pretty sure you actually referenced why. But there's actually kind of a thing that happens off screen that shows why. So it doesn't really give it much. Give it the due that it's due.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's mostly just some of those scenes dies off screen. You actually see what happens. I see you finally understand. The heat of the fire, the pain of the fire. Yeah, you yoinked all those from Zack as well.
That's not quite accurate. But remember, there was
I mean, he was there.
there was kind of a Shinragun Shinra Mook, who was kissing the floor during the fire, during all of this.
I guess a remnant wouldn't really know. So what if I'm a puppet? Once upon a time, you were too!
He was quoting Kadaj from Advent Children.
And this is basically the moment Kadaj was referencing. Everyone's just like, oh shit, he can teleport! It's like, of course he can teleport, he's not actually here. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. Including mind rape Cloud. And let's face it, that's basically exactly what he does.
Yeah, Alec hasn't really been referencing it, but that mindfuck counter, it's literally going up one every second right now.
Is it basically every time the clock ticks, it's ding, 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 ding. All leading up to something that's basically going to shatter the counter in half. The thing is, once the counter breaks, it can't go up any higher, but...
It does get one more after everything is said and done.
But that's just one of those things where basically that thing's going to fix the counter specifically to add one more to it.
Pretty much.
But yeah, we're basically about to break the counter.
Hard.
Tifa, why are you so worried and scared by those words? Shall I show everyone here what's in your heart? You look like you're not feeling well. Yes, of course he's telling the truth. Why would Sephiroth lie to you? In fact, why would he lie at all, considering that the truth hurts so much more? It's like that scene in Galaxy Quest. It's like, bravo! You have all done such far greater damage than I ever could have. Tell him the truth. He doesn't understand. Explain it like you would a child. That's basically what's going on here. Like I said, there's a reason the counter is going to break. In fact, there's a trope for it as well. Jesus Christ.
Of course there is. There's a trope for everything.
Specifically, the trope I'm referring to is, very simply put, the heroic blue screen of death. And in fact, at one point, it's actually literal. Right? You know, when he's in the...
Oh, when he gets turned into a mind zombie?
Yes. Basically, incoming heroic blue screen of death moment.
And now we find out why this guy was being a corpse this entire time, every single time this scene has come up.
He's the photographer. Don't worry, Tifa. Everything that I see here is just a lie. Tifa's just like...
Fun fact, in Crisis Core, every time you clear a chapter in that game, you get a little picture at the end of chapter, and that picture that we just saw, that's what the end of chapter screen is for the Nibelheim incident chapter.
And basically, Tifa's over there trying not to throw up. Yeah, because... you bitch. I'm sorry, Tifa. You bitch. They're just... I mean, yes, Yuffie went and stole all of your material and ran off and led you on a merry chase over there, forcing you to face down Don Cornhole again. But Tifa, seriously, the amount of headache that you could have prevented... Excuse me one second.
By the way, here comes the actual exploding of the mind.
Why can't I remember? And now the mindfuck counter has doubled its speed. because Cloud's seriously trying to process all of this, and it's like a hamster on a wheel. The more you pick up speed, the less control you have, until the point where you fall off the wheel and hurt yourself.
Meanwhile,
Hello, Lay Dragon.
this is Rufus.
Oh,
And
Big Bad. I don't know why I said dragon.
and there's Kahaha.
God damn it, I hate her. I think everyone does. I don't think anyone likes her.
Was that another spam bot that you just killed?
Yes.
Okay.
I think Hojo basically summed up what the promised land is. It's
Well, not entirely. It's not, you know, the lush green field or whatever that everybody was expecting, but it is the single biggest concentration of life stream energy in the entire planet because, you know, giant crater.
basically anytime something bad happens to the planet tries to heal itself. And will straight up wake up to defend itself in the event of a mass destruction event. Spoilers. But yeah. Of course, short of doing that, it will just wake up the weapons.
But still try to wreck everything.
Yeah, basically everything that's actually threatening the planet.
Meanwhile,
Why? Why? You're supposed to be the smart one. Why would you think that the division... What part of Give to No One did you not understand? I was damn freaking serious. Flip the table. Walk off. Done.
to be fair,
And Tifa, so indirectly Tifa fucks up even more shit.
that's not Tifa though.
I know, but indirectly, yeah, Tifa is used to fuck. Sephiroth uses Tifa to fuck up even more shit. Sephiroth is an asshole, ladies and gentlemen.
And everybody else got wrecked. They got whacked because they weak.
To be fair, it is Sephiroth, even if it's a Genova body, but... And considering that, you know, he has that much power, it's like Kisame using a body double. I mean, it took...
And here comes Mr. Mindfuck.
Yeah, here comes in the form of he just basically teleports. At this point, it's not even so much Cloud as in puppet.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention, we're totally in the actual reunion right now, which, I guess I can go ahead and talk about the Sephiroth clones, but,
My reunion.
No, not those guys. The people in black capes that we've been seeing this whole time, they're the other survivors of Nibelheim. After all the shit went down in Nibelheim, Hojo. Yeah, Hojo rounded all of them up and basically injected them all with Genova cells in an attempt to, you know...
Recreate
Sephiroth, yeah. This results in...
Almost succeeded with Zack, I think.
No, he didn't really succeed with much of anybody. Zack was completely unaffected because he was already a soldier and the treatment was basically the same deal. Like, you know how Hojo has labeled Cloud a failure? Zack was even worse of a failure as far as Hojo was concerned.
Yeah, if by failure you mean completely and utterly immune to your machinations.
Yeah.
I guess by your definition of failure, that would be a failure. Cloud was a failure in the fact that...
His mind just went...
Basically, rather than becoming a new Sephiroth, he became the second Zack.
So
which actually isn't a bad thing.
So yeah, all the people in black that we've seen and heard about so far, every single one of them was a survivor from Nibelheim. I didn't show it when we were going through, but there was actually a pretty solid piece of evidence that supports this. During the Nibelheim flashback, in one of the houses, you can find a pair of little kids where the younger brother tends to repeat the last word his older sister says. When you get to Nibelheim as part of the actual game, after you kick the shit out of that bastard Geen attack, you can find two little Sephiroth clones that one of them repeats basically everything the other one is saying. It's pretty morbid and it's pretty subtle, but yeah.
In short, Hojo is a douchebag.
Hojo is a douchebag.
And that's being nice about it.
That
Again,
really
we
is.
really don't have anything that we can say about Hojo that will pretty much sum up everything that he is. Calling him the evil scientist or evil genius trope from TV tropes just really doesn't cover. I mean, it covers.
And here's the part where it gets really screwy as far as the mind goes.
That counter is overclocked to a really high extent. Because let's face it, I mean, it's shaking over in the corner.
It's about to explode.
Has anyone not noticed that Cloud's basically levitated up to the dude up there? The thing? Is no one paying any of the slightest attention? I mean, Hojo's just going on this little tangent, and Cloud basically is defying gravity right now. And no one's saying a damn thing. So yeah, Cloud's basically, he's just like, why me? What'd I do? Anyway, we're about to meet the real Sephiroth.
Yeah, all of the Sephiroth encounters we've had up to this point were Genova.
Which is why every time that you actually got into a fight with it, it did the thing.
And the reason for this is because
he's been here this whole time. Actually, this is because of Cloud, if I recall correctly.
It is, yeah.
Now, I have a very relevant quote about this app. I said it a minute ago, but I think it's just entirely too relevant not to say it one more time. I'm going to hold up until it actually happens, at least on my screen. So, they won't be diffused in the live stream, but gathered here.
Cloud has the black materia.
Good job breaking it, hero.
Nice job breaking it, hero.
Yeah, and that one was to Nahaki, actually. This is kind of the fact that he doesn't understand that when we say don't give it to anyone, we kind of meant that.
But instead, he's doing the worst possible thing. Because that mindfuck counter is exploding so hard right now.
It looks like a reactor right now. And by it looks like a reactor, I mean one of the ones that Avalanche blew up.
Because there he goes.
My reunion that you're dying to watch. And yes, they do kind of just leave Cloud behind as the place basically blows up.
Not that they have much of a choice.
It's either that or die themselves. I believe that's a straight up Mako live streaming issue right there.
Pretty much. And not only has Meteor been summoned, but because of it, the weapons have awoken.
I believe that one's Sapphire, and he's pathetic.
Here we have Diamond.
he's actually legitimate. I mean, he's just a little too bulky for my taste, but hey.
There's Ultimate.
And there, of course, we see Sid actually drop his freaking cigarette. This one's also freaking legitimate, considering you can fight multiple times. Granted, he basically runs off after each time, but... And Tifa almost falls off the ship, but instead just falls on her butt and buries herself.
Oh, and Emerald and Ruby were in there too.
Yeah. Basically, the reason why...
They're the real threats here.
To be fair, they're optional threats.
Thank
but
God.
damn if their prizes aren't totally worth it.
Ruby's isn't. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, it depends on how much time you want to waste on chocobo breeding.
I might do some of that off screen. I haven't decided yet. I mean, I won't,
You know, it's just like, we'll come back and it's like, da-da-da-da!
More accurate to say that if I were to do that, I'd do, you know, all the racing and whatnot, but then stop and then continue with the breeding and the treasure hunting after I've restarted the stream. Basically.
Basically, we'll let you see the fun stuff and do the boring stuff off screen.
That's what I'm considering, yes. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do about that yet, but damn it, I'm going to at least do something. Because not only do I want mine, but I want KOTR too.
I don't know what to do. It was always like that. Yeah, you know what you could have done? Told Cloud.
Well, this is when Tifa found him. He basically just dragged himself through the Midgar waste to end up here.
Just so happens that Tifa recognized him, and he just so happened to end up in the right place to have one of his friends who actually recognized him pick him up and take him home. And basically, seeing Tifa kickstarted his brain. The only problem is a lot of his memories
Screwed.
Yeah. Basically, the only reason he got the name is because she said something. And basically, he took that and applied it to himself. So for all he knew, he was anyone. So basically, the reason she didn't tell him is she didn't want him to go away.
Exactly.
Stupid bitch!
To be fair, Cloud probably would have gone all, I don't believe you, and probably would have run away.
It's still a selfish thing of her to do.
Well, I guess, but I do admit she probably could have said something by calm. When, you know, that they had Aerith and Red and Barrett to stop him. Also, it's about a week later. Technically, officially, I missed 5 Fort Condor battles in this time frame.
But let's face it, going back to do those...
No. You literally can't do those. 5 battles happen while Tifa's knocked the fuck out.
To be fair, I mean, you got one upcoming that's basically the only one that truly matters.
I've got one more optional battle I can hit if I want to.
And basically, after all that freaking fighting, you have the money to do it.
like I said, the thing I was really worried about there was the Super Ball. I got the Super Ball, so meh.
Might as well just for lulz. Get one more practice round in to make sure that the strategy's in good order.
Well, keep in mind I have to do this part first.
This part's kind of annoying. It is.
No comment.
And Barrett's just like, hey, you want to see something fucked up? Opens windows.
Well, he's summarizing the state of the world at the moment.
Basically, Tifa's been in a mindfuck moment. By the way, just for the record, the mindfuck counter has officially broken.
It's a smoldering pile of wreck on the corner of the desk over there.
Yeah, we're no longer even worried about it.
I mean, technically it's going to come back once or twice more, but...
That's basically it trying to continue to count despite being a smoldering pile of ruin.
Anyway, but enough about the mindfuck counter for a moment, because we have worse things on our hands. Like that.
That's a big rock. You're basically about to have a small moon land on the planet.
That's no space station.
That's meteor.
Yeah. So... we fucked, son. We real fucked.
And Roof is just like, yeah, we got a plan to take care of it, but first we need a scapegoat. And since I don't actually like either of you two, you'll do.
Plus, you guys are Avalanche.
So, hey.
We kill you, we kill the remnants of Avalanche, and we can use Avalanche as a scapegoat.
Basically, Avalanche is basically, we're going to blame this on you because you're supposed to be freedom fighters for nature anyway. And what better way to get rid of technology and people who use Mako than by dropping a giant rock on top of our heads? Yeah, you'll do. I have to say, he thought this through pretty well. He's still an asshole for it, but he thought this through pretty well.
Indeed. So...
love this room. Just because you know what you can do from here.
So yeah, I'm Barrett right this moment, but there's not really a whole lot I can do. What I am going to do...
Your hands are literally tied.
You'll also notice that somebody is missing from our party menu, and I don't mean Aerith.
So now we have two gaping holes in the party menu.
I'm going to go ahead and jack Tifa's materia and give it to Barrett.
She had that extra slot.
I also should probably go ahead and outfit Yuffie.
Because, yeah,
she shows up during this scene if you forgot.
Unfortunately,
on the upside...
No, he didn't take his...
Yeah, on the upside, Cloud did drop his materia as he walked out the door. Or more accurately, as his sanity walked out the door. Nope,
Actually,
screw this, I'm out.
Actually, hold off on equipping Yuffie, because I don't think we've equipped her one of her latest weapons yet.
Well, even if we haven't, it's still 3 slots out. If I have a new weapon, it'll be more.
And if not, well, she's already good to go.
Yeah, and she doesn't need long range because she actually has long range by default.
Long range on Reeves? Since he's going to voice
maybe.
Already anyway.
Yeah, that's
a very good point.
Yeah, I think I'll go with that, actually.
Now everyone can sit on the back row, take a bunch less damage, and still hit for full force.
Yeah, at the moment, there's not a whole lot I can really do other than just go to my doom, basically.
I mean, you can save, but, you know, it's one of those systems where you don't have to go through all that mindfuck again.
Ding, 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 ding. Cue explosion.gif.
No kidding. Wasn't that basically the DBZ Kai version of the own counter?
Yes! I'm pretty sure that was exactly the joke we were going for with that one.
Poor Krillin. To be fair, he's better than Yamcha, but when Yamcha's not there, the butt monkey is Krillin.
Yeah, anyway. So, more plot.
Hey, look at that. That's a big fat guy. Look at that. He does not have legs at all. He must be wearing a dress. Totally not relevant to the plot at all. Totally not someone hiding in disguise or something.
Indeed.
Could you just shut the fuck up already? Like I said, she's nearly as irredeemable as friggin' Hojo. And that's saying something. She literally has no redeeming qualities.
Of course not.
I mean, Hojo...
Have you noticed that the only Shinra exec, at least as of this point, that has any redeeming qualities is the one who is secretly a party member?
Yeah. Let's slap the person that's already in the chair. Yeah, that's bravery right there.
But then the guard drops the key, because the guard's an idiot.
Good job fixing it, villain.
Incoming Sapphire weapon!
Easily the weakest of the crew, considering what actually kills it. To be fair...
It is point blank, but...
And a big-ass gun.
And... well, this fat guy is going to do something that we always want to do. Knock her the fuck out. Because the fat man is Reeve.
And now for random battle with two party members. Fortunately, we actually bothered to outfit him before going in, and Reeve still had all the stuff from previous.
Yeah, Reeve was good to go from the start.
Barrett should have gotten an automatic...
And just as far as these guys, these are the same guys that I fought on Wutai when Yuffie initially stole my materia. So, aside from the fact that they've put me asleep...
Probably gonna wake you right back up in 10 seconds, because grenade to the face. Of course, I just left how Kate just like, walks up and slaps him.
And considering he actually has a bit of an attack boost right now, because with Cloud gone, he's got the long-range materia.
They really like putting you to sleep. By the way, who's gonna get the ribbon?
Probably Sid.
For obvious reasons.
Yeah.
That will become apparent here momentarily. But biggest thing that that's about to happen is our mode of transportation is about to get a serious upgrade.
Yeah.
Now, first to basically waste time trying to help Tifa because
I'm against capital punishment. Besides, I hate this broad. I think we all agree with Reeve here. Right, so the first thing I have to do
is talk to Tifa because we basically got to confirm that that trying to help her is actually futile because Kiaha's a bitch. Barrett, just shoot it. Just you have a gun on your hand. In fact, your hand is a gun. Shoot the door.
Tifa will be fine. Tifa will be fine.
There's been so many attacks. I believe so. Your orders. I need to ask. Yeah, fire the cannon.
I'll admit, this entire next sequence is pretty cool.
It's one of those things where your entire city is designed around this. But could you imagine being inside one of those buildings when the thing just opens up?
Like, oh god, what?
It's one of those things where you're just sitting down for tea and then everything starts rumbling. It's like, what are the... Oh, shit. To the bunker! To the bunker! To be fair, I think the entire top city, basically, Junon as a whole, is basically entirely a military town, so I think there's... Like,
yeah, it's proto-Midgar, is what it is.
I do think that by firing this cannon, this window pane, just because of the amount of force this thing has, Every window in town should just shatter.
Anyway, if memory serves, I believe a really freaking badass song is coming up.
The weapon theme.
Just have to give it a moment to finish the dramatic silence of, did we get
I
it?
love Heidegger's like it's like just epic pose. It's like, and Soldier just like, get it? Yeah, quiet. Personally, if I was one of those guys, I don't know why, but I'd just be like, I'm gonna go hide now. That seems like a really good idea. Yeah, I'm gonna go hide now.
Did we get him? I think so. Nope.
You want. It'll take time to reload. No shit. It's not like it's a big giant cannon.
Awesome music!
Weapon theme.
Shot for the duration of the FMV.
We're letting the game speak for itself.
Pretty much. These poor guys that are going to be showing up here in a second.
They're literally peppering this thing with firepower, and it's just like, nope, 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 no, nope, nope.
Now, the ones I'm referring to are these guys.
Yeah, shit, fuck. Especially him, because he just straight up.
Sapphire weapon.
Headbutt no jutsu.
The problem is, you know, Sapphire weapon activated the gas. So there's not much we can do for Tifa right this second. So, shit has hit the fan. Shit has hit the fan, and, oh yeah. Kyaha's a bitch.
Shoot the door! You literally have a gun for a hand. Shoot the fucking door.
But now we need to make a break for the airport.
Isn't it like a running gag in most games? It's like you can literally just shatter the door.
Something like that.
But it's one of those things that arbitrary. They make this
Oh,
reference.
hello, Soldier Second Class. I forget what they have as far as a steal. I know it's worth talking about. All the soldiers tend to have decent steals.
They just also happen to be really
A
good.
remedy. That is worth talking about because that is actually my first remedy of the game.
Let's blow them up.
That's what I'm doing.
I think this is the, what, third use of that thing?
Something like that. I mean, I know I'm not horrifically far from Hammer Blow.
Sword of Doom.
Yeah, seconds are, ironically, a lot less threatening than the thirds are.
It is funny, considering they're supposed to be so much better.
Yeah.
To be fair, when you first face the thirds, you're a lot lower level.
That is true. And you have a lot less materia to work with. Now, there's a reporter who is reporting on everything.
And she happens to be really familiar.
Unfortunately, we're being attacked before we can go talk to this reporter. By a giant gun battery, apparently. Oh, right, I have Fire 3. guess Fire 3 is worth talking about for a second.
The only way to make it better is Fire 3 all. Of course, you only have one thing to fight.
Mm-hmm.
X potion.
Anyway, as for this reporter... The reporter's name is Yuffie Kisaragi.
The hell are you doing here?
And this would be why I set up Yuffie with materia. Hi, Sapphire Weapon. You're looking as ugly as ever.
Maybe ugly, but he has a, he has his own sat laser.
Yuffie's stuff is looking pretty up to date, at least for the moment.
I think outside of the Super Bowl, yeah.
Well, keep in mind that the Super Bowl's her joke weapon.
Time to run.
Unfortunately, she's not really around too long as far as getting into fights go. She'll probably get one or two, but...
We're about to get a transport upgrade.
Well, we have a fight first. It's another soldier second.
And now we have 3 people.
Yeah, so if you thought they were pathetic before, they somehow just got even worse, basically.
Still another remedy. Hey, you know what you should do with steel? At least until you get its upgrade mug.
Add a cut steel?
Add a cut steel. So not only do you steal shit from them, you hit them.
Maybe. But that guy's dead.
Yuffie does not like him.
Clearly.
The interesting thing about Yuffie's final weapon, this final weapon, is it's actually ridiculously easy to get if you know where it is.
Yeah. Vincent's isn't that hard to get either.
And you get both his and his final limit break in one shot.
Sid's isn't hard to reach either. Shit, most of the final weapons aren't that hard to get if you know where to look.
The final limit breaks can be a pain in the butt to get, but...
But meanwhile, they're going to go out all Rambo style. As for this is a little puzzle. There's actually not a timer on this. I need to hit X twice to have her get the key.
Which, by the way, unless you're
And
like
then-
really freaking flexible, this is really bullshit to do.
Hit X and triangle together to make her do that. And then I can pick one arm, whichever, and hit it and triangle together. So that she breaks that. And then just use use the free arm, which breaks the other one open.
And then go turn off the gas because otherwise you are going to die.
Well, she can't actually die here.
I know, but, you know, in-game universe logic.
Unfortunately, there is still the small problem of the door.
Tifa, your final limit break is punching so hard you cause a nuclear explosion. I don't think a door is going to stop you. And Sat Strike. Portable version. I mean, considering what you need to have portable Sat Strike.
And luckily for us, you know, Sapphire Weapon hit just the right spot, but then... Boom!
To the face!
Headshots! And that is why Sapphire Weapon is a complete and total wuss. We do not even get to fight Sapphire Weapon.
To be fair, what it took to actually kill him. I mean, let's face it, that probably would have killed most other things in the game.
So Tifa is going to take the logical option.
I mean, the piss your pants logical option, but...
Tifa Lockhart. Anyway, so those guards absolutely cannot catch me. That's actually a scripted thing.
In fact, one of them tries, and...
Whee!
Sucks to be you. Tifa, however, while she can't bust open a door, can apparently sink her fingers into sheer metal. Right until that part where she just straight
She
up
jumped. Because now she's actually on the cannon.
which would still be smoking red hot.
I was getting ready to say, one would think this would be very, very, very unpleasant to walk on.
Considering it just fired a big-ass round not once, but twice.
Also, Sister Ray. That's a pretty cool name for the Junin cannon, isn't it?
Foreshadowing. Especially the closer you get to the end of the barrel, this thing should be like melting your shoes.
Pretty much. And
But
now...
RPG logic, ladies and gentlemen. Do not fail this, please. Because this part is just so satisfying. If you do it right. Stuck up to the end, says Kyahaha.
That was a cat fight, by the way.
It really was. Personally, if I was Tifa in this particular instance, I would have just straight up decked her. But, you know, that's me.
But in the meantime...
How about instead of getting shot and, you know, continuing the cat fight, we just run to the end of the barrel?
Where... our friends from before have totally jacked the freaking airship.
And of course, Kyaha is over there sitting there probably like, what the fuck? Who gave them the keys to that thing? Oh shit.
She's got it, she's fine.
Fortunately, she has a... she's good with her hands.
That's one way of putting it. I'm sorry, I don't want to give an excuse to activate loot exception. But at any rate, we have an airship.
And Junon has a hole in it. And Yuffie's over there just thinking, why?
Oh yeah, our ninja has motion sickness, by the way.
Which is awkward for a ninja to have, but... does keep her quiet whenever you're traveling.
Yeah, the airship is ours.
I think she's going to stay up here for a minute. Well, I'm glad you're safe. Oh god. I think we're going to stay up here a little longer. She gets better, but not by much.
Yeah. But once we get the Highwind for real, that guy will be able to heal us and be a PHS.
And this gives you a quick little tutorial on how to do everything. As this guy's pointing out, Sid has one thing that will put him in a good mood, and that's flying. The freedom of flying and space travel just... Oh, and that room right to the right of where he was...
Is a Chocobo stable.
Why didn't you tell me you could fly another ship? Alright, I had to do something to trick the enemy. And everyone's waiting. And by everyone, Apparently, despite, apparently, Vincent, Sid, and Yuffie never got captured. Nor Nanaki, for that matter.
To be fair, if you want to get really frigging technical, Barrett and Tifa are the only actual Avalanche members here.
And apparently either no one else was deemed relevant enough or no one else actually got captured. We'll never be entirely sure.
Reeve, I think you're missing an on in that sentence.
By the way, apparently you're the real MVP.
That's one way of putting it, yeah. To be more accurate, what MVP is here is it's essentially PlayStation's official volunteer program, and basically I promote games for them and whatnot. In exchange, I occasionally get free stuff from them. So, it's kind of cool.
I ain't fronting. Of course, right now, the guy flying the ship is kind of panicking. He's just like, don't ask me to do anything!
Yeah, occasionally.
He gets better as time goes on. Same with Yuffie, but like I said, Yuffie mostly just gets the motion sickness under control, but she's utterly useless on this ship. Like I said, it's good for, keeping her in order. In fact, as you can see, Sid actually ran up to check on the pilot right there. Man, I shocked myself. I'm so depressed. Vince is just like... When is the port coming out on PS4?
We don't have a solid date on that yet, other than presumably sometime in the winter. I mean, I can't wait for it, even though I'm playing the PSN version of it right now. I probably will end up getting it. Just because I do like this game. Yo, it doesn't really matter at this moment, because this team's probably not going to get in any fights, but give me a party.
We'll let Vincent stretch his legs. And... Nanaki. He hasn't been out in a while.
Yeah, sometime in the winters when we're supposed to be getting the PS4 port. But the remake, as for the remake, we don't have. I'll probably do Kate and Yuffie once we get Sid as the leader. Actually,
I just picked Vincent because the next little bit's literally going to be a little thing where we go over there, find Cloud,
well,
and
there's actually something else that I need to do while I'm Tifa. It's not going to involve fighting, though.
It's just one of those things where,
Oh, by the way, the Buggy and the Tiny Bronco are gone.
Let's face it, you don't really need them anymore. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to get the big reward for this, but since I jammed on it while I was Flashback Cloud, I get this. You only get that if you jammed on it as Flashback Cloud. Doesn't matter what
couldn't you play it now, or do we need Cloud back to do that?
I need to get Cloud.
Oh, I thought so. And yes, Vincent's final limit break is basically one of the better ones in the game, just because he becomes Satan. They're not even going to front. He becomes Satan.
Okay, is there anything else I need to do right this minute while I'm still Tifa?
Fort Condor, maybe?
There is technically one final optional battle, but I'm not going to worry about it.
Want to do it just to see what the prize was? It's not like it's going to take 3 seconds.
I think it's like 3 X potions or something at this point.
Still useful.
I'd rather save the money for the actual thing. Although, now that I think about it, I think I will go ahead and try a quick little glitch. I'm only going to give this a couple shots, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But, let's see. Line myself up with... Where on this island is it? There it is. Let's see.
Are you trying to cheese,
What, you didn't know this was a thing?
You're trying to cheese the ultimate summon.
Not, this one's not Ultimate Summon. This one's the blue cave.
Oh, okay.
I wish it was the red cave, or even the yellow cave.
Face it, I almost forget that there literally is no other way to get to ultimate summon except with the actual way.
Alright, now you saw that I slid like a madman like there for a second, right? The idea with this glitch would be, if I can line it up right, that I would park and basically the highway would be halfway off this ledge, almost had, and Tifa would drop down on the ground below. I'm not going to worry about it too much though, right this minute, because it's just Quadra Magic. But that is a thing that can be done, and if you want to get Quadra Magic without having to deal with
Chocobo beating,
then that's how you do it. Let's advance the plot.
And since we knew that we weren't going to get into a battle here, we didn't bother messing around with materia slots, because like I said, the guys in the party were just bringing them along for plot.
That reminds me. I'll deal with that once I get Sid, but it'll be like the first thing I do.
Tiny chocobo.
I'll deal with that once I get Sid, but it'll be the first thing I do.
Like, this is Final Fantasy VII. I think you're stuck.
No, I was stuck on the chocobo. I'm trying to talk to the person. Because talking to the person in each shop sets off event flags for later. But here we have the item shop, which actually has some pretty decent stuff, including remedies are for sale. You might notice a giant gaping hole at the top of our party list, by the way.
Hey, I just thought of an advertisement for Rocket Town. Welcome to Rocket Town, where we like our wins high and our Broncos tiny.
Huh. Anyway, somewhere over here.
Apparently you sound like a scientist.
Right over here.
I'm just pointing it out because someone said it on the chat.
I do try to sound confident like that.
It's like, but don't let him fool you. He just does that for the chat. He's not really all that smart.
I'll screw you. Right, so here's the accessory shop. If I didn't have the fire ring previously, this would be where I'd get it. Of course, you know, now that I've dealt with Genova Death, it's not really a huge deal. Check out the weapon shop.
what's up here.
First thing I want to point out is this door. Go away, Chocobo. I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to the person that's with you. But I guess we'll check out the shop first because game. So, the fact that we have a sword here should tell you that...
No comment.
I'm just gonna ignore that one. I am just going to ignore that one. Anyway, so, yeah, the fact that we have a weapon here for Cloud should tell you that he'll be back. I'm not going to get the upgrade for Tifa here because she's going away pretty soon.
So we can focus on...
I am grabbing Sid's, though. We also have armor upgrades.
I think Yuffie could use an upgrade.
Yeah. Actually, the crystal stuff is an upgrade across the board for everybody.
Grab the emblems. I think we're going to put Kate Sith in the party.
That reminds me, who am I taking as Team Sid? You pretty much just said Kate, but who's number 3?
Since we're upgrading her, go ahead with Yuffie.
Alright.
I have napkins all over. Did they throw them away? Son of a bitch. Yeah, that.
Alright. So now that I've checked out the door that was in there, the game will let me grab that key. This is actually something that not a lot of people really know about. So now I can try the key on the door. And I get the cursed ring.
I don't even remember what that does.
Crazy stat boost across the boards, but starts you in death sentence. Obviously, though, there's spam bot, kill it.
On my way.
But since I have Death Force, the death sentence problem isn't really much of a problem. Just go away, Chocobo. I'm not ready to talk to you yet. And here we have the materia shop, which doesn't really have anything I don't already have, but hey, it's here.
For a little while. No comment.
Yeah. So now we go ahead and talk to this dog.
Pokey-headed. Huh? And it just so happens that someone was talking about the exact person you're looking for. What a coincidence! Convenience, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, he knows that's why he didn't really buy too much. And of course, it's discounted. The town's about to be destroyed.
It's not really discounted. It's actually, it just makes those shops available later after what he just said.
And now he's just like, wait, what? All she heard was, he's here! He's here! Here!
But there's just one problem.
He's even more fucked up now than he was when you found him back in Midgar. And none of this saying his name is going to snap him back into it. No, that's going to take an entire little side mission.
Okay. Alec, just look at the chat.
Maybe I do. I don't know. Of course, I'm not in Colorado, so not really an option. So, pervy scientist and stonerhead.
Apparently.
I can live with it.
Probably the most random thing ever, but sure, whatever.
Maybe I do. I ain't gonna be insulted with that. At least I'm not the pervy scientist.
By that logic, you know, that means I'm inevitably going to get all the chicks, even if it takes me the entire series.
And I'm the guy who doesn't give enough craps. Pervy scientist and should be a pothead.
Ugh. So, this is why I didn't really bother with Tifa's materia or anything. Because she ain't sticking around.
Good thing you already took it all away from her, so...
Well, I never gave any to her after I got her back.
Fair enough.
The heck was that? Oh, he appears to have gone AFK for some reason. He'll be back.
Just kind of sitting there.
You went quiet.
Oh, I had to go shut my...
I mean, right now you're quiet.
Better now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, here's what I was referring to previously. He just called them explicitly Gyahaha and Kyahaha.
And that's why I call them that. Also the fact that I hate them. So I'm not going to give them the dignity of actually giving them their names.
I think most players of this game hate those two. Hey, Alec. Look at the chat.
Screw you, I hate those assholes.
Although I will admit, Tubby Lumpkins is an amusing name for him.
He's Gyahaha to me. Mostly because he's always fucking saying it. Like I said, Gyahaha and Gyahaha.
By the way, I'd just like to point out that Sid has been sleeping through all of this. Because,
He's been having to train the pilot.
well, more to a relevant point.
He's bored. Remember that his limit breaks are basically he kills you with all the fucks he doesn't give?
Also, he was sleeping and he got nominated to be the new leader.
He's like, wait, what? Basically, the logic is, we need the ship, therefore you're the leader. Because the ship is technically yours.
And with that, Sid is now a party leader.
And time to go make the party.
Alec, look at the chat again.
Yeah, even if I was high, I would not like that guy. He's an asshole. His best moment is when he orders the firing of the cannon, and I will admit, one of the best things in the game is fire!
I have lots of materia slots now.
Yes, indeed. Sid basically becomes the... No, Shrek is love, Shrek is life.
He's got most of it. Wait.
Okay, that...
Alright, which one of you is double packing E-skill? Or is Barrett, of course. Barrett's the one who's got everything. Barrett, hand it all over to Sid. There, that looks better already. Tubby Lumpkins will eat your soul. I don't even. Let's just...
Moving on.
Yeah. Okay. So, unfortunately for this next bit, there's not really a really easy way to approach it, because I'm gonna either have to start at North Corel and go all the way back through the mountain, and then end at North Corel, or I'm going to have to start at the mountain, go to the reactor, go all the way to North Corel, and then go back up the mountain. There's not really an easy way to do that. But first, let's do that thing that I was talking about previously that I should probably do before I forget about it. Which simply involves heading over to the Chocobo farm.
Time to get started.
Not quite yet on that one. I mean, if nothing else, remember I did kind of just break myself getting the crystal stuff. But what I do want to do here
is do this.
is grab a Mimette Grain.
The worst part about getting like the best Chocobo in the game is you can't just come to this spot and get all this stuff. You have to go to that specialized Chocobo breeder a-hole.
Well, it's not that hard to get to, although I should probably go swing by there and grab E-Skill 4.
You know, while you're not doing anything else.
Yeah. But first things first, we're gonna go back to Medial for a second. Okay, that's a little bit excessive there.
Yeah, let's yeah, we have rules in the chat, and you're pushing the rules.
Anyway, so now I want to talk to the Chocobo. I can have the Mimette Green that I just grabbed.
Or Simoleon Green is the thing we used to call it.
And tickle behind his ears. I just got the contained materia.
And now on to get the last E-skill, which is going to be fun to get back up to par.
Hey, as long as I get Trine and Pandora's Box when they become relevant, that's all that really matters as far as that one goes.
Endless ocean. Endless ocean. And then, of course...
Oh, and, let's piss Sid off. Yeah, no getting into the crater right this minute. He can't remember who he is.
I don't know.
Except he does. He's the Chocobo Sage.
What the hell's up with this guy?
And I'll be back here when I have money to burn, because suffice to say, I'm going to be loading up on these.
And especially the nuts are essential.
He doesn't have the essential nuts.
Oh, that's right. The carob nut is something you have to steal from enemies.
So is the Zeo nut. Actually, I could probably go get the Zeo nut and Goblin Punch right now if I wanted to. But I'm not going to worry about it.
We'll do that when we get Cloud back.
Yeah. Whoa. I just looked at the time.
Yeah, we're kind of pushing the time, so...
Yeah, I'm thinking we're going to stop here. So, next time, we go after the huge materia.
For now, though, like I said, we've pretty much been at this for like 4 hours.
From the start of the disc all the way to Meteor being summoned. That's pretty good time, I say.
So, long or the short, that's going to be it for tonight, guys. We, of course, appreciate you coming here and all that and checking out the live stream and stuff.
Indeed. We'll probably do more of this probably tomorrow. But until then, I'm Wave Lightning.
I am the Karasagi, and for all of your trying to figure out what the heck this is needs, there is TV Tropes.
That site is amazing. Anyway, till next time, everyone.
Good night.